What's up, Starcraft fans? You are watching a co-op mutation. I am CTG and we're doing negative reinforcement, part and parcel. I play this Dehaka. My masteries are Devour Healing Increase, Pack Leader Active Duration, and Dehaka Slapping Speed. Let's go to the replay. My ally will be Esper, who played as Artanis. So while we wait for the loading screen, a huge thank you to Zachary, who is supporting me on the Immobilization Wave tier. Thank you to Neometal, who is supporting me on the Pulse Cannon tier. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. You are little gods tasteless. That means you are amazing. Anyway, there are only two mutators this game. That will be Avenger and Fatal Attraction. As I explained in my video yesterday, Fatal Attraction pulls us to the enemy's location whenever we kill them. So that means whenever we kill an enemy, our units get temporarily stunned as they get pulled toward their location if they are too close. The other one is Avenger. Whenever we kill an enemy, one enemy unit around them gains increased attack speed, movement speed, armor, and life regeneration. So that means the more we kill the enemy, the more the surviving ones get stronger. So the usual Dehaka build, I start an extractor and a primal warden or a primal barracks in the first, or when I get 20 supply. After that I start 3 drones and then it just continue to start drones. So the enemy's Terran, which is not the best for Dehaka because of the bunkers. The way Dehaka gets stronger is by destroying units and absorbing their essence. If they're in bunkers, it gets harder to kill them, and the bunkers themselves don't give essence, so that's really unfortunate. See the Marines can try and get in the bunker, and they do. So what I do instead is to try and damage the bunker and devour that marauder when Dehaka's health is low. Whew. Or just devour. That's awesome. So now that the primal barracks is done, I start my Glovix den and use the barracks to attack the boxes, which are the main objective, part and parcel. You can see I just devour stuff whenever they're ready, or whenever the devour is off cooldown. Just devour that, like so. I start the next assimilator so I can get more gas. Gas is important to Dehaka, which is why I wanted to take that gas. I will give my ally the lower expansion. The lower expansion is a lot easier to defend because it does not have units going toward it, which means the workers themselves will not be affected by Fatal Attraction that much. So I lost Dehaka here, which is quite unfortunate actually. I didn't want to sacrifice drones this early.
Detecting enemy forces. Templar, prepare to intercept.
But that's fine. I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible either, since I have drones to replenish. So I start a primal hive on location. Of course, I first need to destroy these guarding that area, like so. So I deep tunnel to this location and see that the enemy is Reapers, which is basically the worst enemy composition possible is Reapers, because they have Liberators, Cyclones, Battlecruisers, and all the annoying stuff later on. But that's fine. We can deal with them. We can deal with that since Dehaka is really strong. So yes, my primal hive is on the way, as well as Mervar's den. Mervar's den will allow me to build Mutalisks, and the primal or the creeper hosts, which are basically Dehaka's best options for this game. Mutalisks because they respawn. They respawn if they die, so they basically have 2 lives. And the creeper hosts shoot from a distance with their attacking units are actually the locusts that are basically banelings. So it's actually really good. So I use a Glevig here. Use that fire thing to destroy the enemy.
Allied forces are under attack.
So I move my army over there. I use Glevig to yeah, I use a deep subtle Glevig here and use the fire thing. Take out those buildings. I start a couple refineries. And they start the Krunts then. So Glevig is the most powerful top bar that Dehaka has
Enemy forces detected.
because of its offensive, because of its literal fire power. So I want to use it as often as possible. Whenever this this ability comes off cooldown, the incendiary acid, I want to use it. Yeah, they just use it wherever I can. Yes, any damage is good. So I go here to try and help my ally. I mean, even though he was able to take care of it, there's still essence for me, so it's good either way that I go here and destroy that. And so far, it's going pretty smoothly.
Ready for action.
I send Jones to the gas because, as I mentioned before, the gas is important to Dehaka, and you can see I'm getting the aerial burst sacks for Mervar's Den. This is for his primal hosts and swarm hosts, and Mervar.
Never reaches its destination, would ya? Allied forces are under
So this will allow them to attack air units. I'm also starting a few primal barracks so I can actually make some army.
Containment cell
So we're
down.
destroying the train.
Focus on the hybrid.
Now we're focusing on the train for now. I mean, we'll go there later, but not now. So yes, as soon as we destroy that, that's when we go here.
The train
I deep tunnel
crashed, and I'm not seeing any
primal worms
survivors
to the
on
hybrid's
my
location.
scans. Mobius
And
can
now we can
rot
go
with
focus it
all
down.
the evil it has perpetrated.
Use Dehaka to keep slapping away at that hybrid. Set fire to it. It's unfortunate that I can't devour the hybrid. Would have been awesome if I could. Of course, the cooldown will be reset to 1 billion seconds, but it's still awesome.
Dakran awaits his next battle.
More drones. Fully saturate with minerals. So you can see my ally is going for high Templar tech. Plasma Surge, which is good for high Templar because it increases the radius of the Psi Storm.
Now I need to
Also,
get
it
the Valiants
allows
back in
the Psi Storm itself to regenerate the health. Or the shields rather, of Artanis' units.
The Valiants got beat up
Not
back
mine though,
there.
because my units are
Go
Zerg,
gather some
so
more
they don't
parts
have
for it.
shields. Ally uses Soul Bombardment there. That's good, that's gonna take a lot of enemies. They try to inch it closer, that just puts them further into the fire. Now even though I haven't killed a lot here, most of those kills were from the Solar Bombardment. It's still good since I was able to get the essence over here.
I am activating emergency
Okay,
shields.
that shield's gonna make
Sensors are detecting
the Krun extra tanky.
detectives to track them down.
So you can see it's shooting back at the enemy. It's awesome.
Allied forces are under attack.
Trying to lower the health of that hybrid
Brood has found something
to make it because if I devour this hybrid right away, it will give me the psionic buff, but its cooldown, the cooldown will be so long. But you can see when I devoured it at lower health,
Allied forces are under attack.
the cooldown is much shorter and allowed me to use devour right away once again.
Allied forces are under attack.
So I use Mervar to help clear out the
Valiants
boxes.
halfway online. Keep it up.
My ally on the other hand is clearing the north side. That's awesome. With a more of an Archon force. There's actually a lot of essence there that I could have used, but I'm actually busy right now clearing the south side.
Allied
Set fire to those
forces are under
tanks.
attack.
Destroy that. Continue clearing this side.
Would you look at that?
All right, now we have enough parts for the
I'm
Balius.
making the final preparations for the Balius's deployment. Expect to see me out this.
Keep going. Destroy this planetary. It hits hard. Now we use Glevig to set fire to the enemy. Look at the Hulk sliding around. Because again, fatal attraction is a thing. Although we barely notice it, fatal attraction is a thing. And the reason we barely notice it is because we actually kill everything relatively quickly. Set those things on fire, like so. As you can see, I'm going for primal host this game. I like that their ammunition is basically banelings, so even if they get pulled toward their location, they still deal damage because they're banelings. So I set those things on fire.
Reporting in. The Balius is en route to
Almost
its
destroyed that battlecruiser. I was able to retreat. I was able to glove it for a bit and use a fire, incendiary acid once more.
Allied forces are under attack.
So my drones, as you can see, this is why this is the worst expansion for this mutation, because the attacks come through here, which is so close to my geysers, which will mean that they get pulled away from work whenever this area comes under attack. So I lost a primal host there, but I'm still reinforcing. That's not too bad. Okay, I destroy this 2 hybrid almost immediately. That's fine.
Open fire on
And here comes the hybrid. Was destroyed with our banelings. Ally drops solar bombardment. That's good. Keep focusing down the hybrid. I burrowed my primal so that they won't get affected by fatal attraction. If you siege up the siege tanks and burrow the swarm hosts and lurkers, you won't get Widow mines too. They don't get affected if they are burrowed. And there it is.
We'll stamp out every last one.
We all need one more. We all need one more.
That hybrid's dead, but it
One more
almost took
hybrid
the Balius with it.
before we
I'll
win the
need to
mission.
spend some time restoring it.
So I set in my banelings. Look how much damage
The
they're dealing.
Balius took
They're dealing.
significant damage in that encounter. I'm gonna need more parts.
Ooh, Guardian Shield is activated, so I better retreat for now.
We have half of the Balius.
Actually, I
parts
don't
now.
need to because I've actually already taken care of the airwave.
Ready your blades.
You are efficient.
Oh, looks like
aren't
we
you?
were able to
We're set for parts
finish it off
now.
already. All right.
Evaluating pre-launch diagnostics. This will only take a bit.
Here goes the attack wave. Set those things on fire. I lost the Dehaka there. It's quite unfortunate, but I will have Dehaka, or Dakran rather, to deal damage to this entire force over here. That siege tank deal damage though. Anyway, let's feed some drones to Dehaka.
Rests no more.
Send our primal host to that location to clear out the liberators. Or the liberator. There we go. Liberator deals a lot of damage. Anyway. Ally is storming his own forces to regen the shields. That's good.
Hybrid cell identified. The Balius is headed to it.
Now the last base is quite thick in terms of enemy forces, but I do have Mervar ready. Mervar's advantage is that he has the gas ability that disables enemies. It's basically blinding cloud. It disables the enemies caught within it. And now I also have Glevig ready,
I see. Glevig.
which will be extremely useful for dealing damage. So I use look at that mass whirlwind. So I use Mervar.
Forces are under attack.
I'll activate the shields, so I deep tunneled Glevig a bit closer so I can set fire to the enemy.
Your brood is
We need to kill that Liberator though. Why do Liberators have a very low target rate, a very low priority rate for the for our units?
Our adversaries
We should focus those down, not leave those for last.
them in kind.
Anyway, our banelings are actually doing pretty well with the enemy. It's getting pulled. It's basically like Zagara. You pull our banelings, you die. You just help me deal damage. There we go.
I've cracked the containment cell. Hybrid
Alright,
target
I've
acquired.
elected to ignore the attack wave and simply focus everything on the hybrid. Which I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, but it will allow me to finish the game faster. Oh, you see, even my ally had soul bombardment for that wave, so it wasn't entirely necessary to defend it either. So now I can focus on dealing damage to the hybrid. Oh, look at that! It gets so huge. There we go. There's the last hybrid.
We're rid of that alien filth. My commendation, soldiers. I'll send word.
Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else I can do, please leave that in a comment. And have a look at the score screen. I did kill more. Didn't double and didn't not even close, but I did kill more. Also, I got more parts, which means I did pretty well this mission. Alright, if you want to help support the channel, Patreon link will be on the top right. See you.